Spiritual leadership and marriage, Christian women. Hello. Ladies, in marriage, spiritual leadership is not a one way street, and Samson's parents show us exactly why. In Judges 13 8 through 9, we read, Manoah prayed to the Lord and said, Please, Lord, let the man of God you sent come again to us and teach us what we should do for the boy who will be born. God listened to Manoah, and the angel of God came again to the woman as she was sitting in the field, but her husband, Manoah, was not with her, the scripture says. So, pastors sometimes point out how remarkable this is. God could have gone to Manoah, but instead, he went to Samson's mother again. She received the spiritual instruction and carried it back to her husband. Later in the chapter, when Manoah became anxious and said, We will certainly die, for we have seen God, his wife replied, If the Lord had intended to, I won't say the word because social media, delete us, he wouldn't have accepted the burnt offering or told us these things or now announced such things to us. She calmed his fears by reminding him of what God had already promised. Now, scripture is clear. The head of every man is Christ. The head of the woman is man. And the head of Christ is God. 1 Corinthians 11:3. The husband carries a God-given role of leadership and responsibility in the home. But this passage in Judges reminds us that within that order, God can and often does speak to either spouse first. Healthy leadership makes room for mutual encouragement, godly counsel, and the humility to receive one from one another. There will be seasons where God gives you wisdom first, and seasons where he speaks to your husband first. Strong couples don't compete over who leads spiritually. They listen, they share, they act together under God's authority. In dating, woman of God, that leads to marriage. Look for a man who's not threatened by your spiritual insight and who can also speak truth into your life. Marriage isn't about rigid control. It's about walking in God's direction, side by side with Christ, always as the true head. The goal isn't to prove who's more spiritual, it's to follow God together. Okay, gotta go. Ciao.